The day after Martin Luther King holiday means the start of the Caribbean Americas Soccer Classic. The Under-19 tournament has become one of high demand, and this year the organizers had to choose 8 teams from close to 30 entries. But just before the tournament, Taravella High pulled out. This year, the SportsMax team traveled with the Jamaica team as they flew from the Norman Manley International Airport.
The Caribbean Americas Youth Soccer Classic in Fort Lauderdale, Florida has become a place for Jamaica and Tobago to highlight their best football talents at the end of the schoolboy football season. This year, these two countries will go up against 5 of the best local clubs the city has to offer, including the defending champions, world-famous Inter Miami Under-19s. It was nice for us to get a first-class seat with the Jamaican team as they traveled from Kingston to Fort Lauderdale. Trip that was not short of delays.
Very good, man.
Yeah.
Bad more play, no?
Outside a bit delay, you know, it was okay. You know, coming up with the boys, it was okay. You know, we had a bit of delay in Jamaica at the immigration. We had a bit of delay, but you know, we are here, and that's the greatest thing. Came in last night, you know, food was waiting for us. You know, the boys ate, and then we went off to bed.
After Tuesday's flight, it's a quick turnaround for the Jamaica Select team with their first match later on Wednesday. So the coaching staff of Lenworth Hyde and Devon Anderson held a short training session in the morning, which our producer Philip Riley decided to join.
Yeah, let me just play hard, you know. No, that was a good one. Look.
You fired that one, boy. We never catch it.
You never catch it?
We never catch it.
You're joking.
We never catch it.
Oh my God.
Devon Anderson, the coach of the Jamaica Select, was quite happy about the travel and is looking forward to the tournament.
We hope that this is the winning unit we put together, and let us see later on when we go out there, you know. We have a very, very good bunch of kids. There's no doubt about it. But, you know, get the chemistry together. Some of these guys is going to play together for the first time, you know. After tonight's match, then we can say, no, you know, well, we hit the chemistry on the first game and so on.
The guys are very talented, I swear, very talented. We believe we can do this. We kind of know some of the guys already, so now we try to get to know the Manning Cup guys and get well settled with them. It's feeling, a different feeling. I know the guys them over there, I cheer me on, I hope I can do my best, and I will do my best.
From game 1, we have to put our stamp on it, you know, and our aim is to get the title this year. We fall short last year, but nevertheless, we come this year in order to take it home, nothing less. We are Jamaican, and you know, any little we have, we use that make fashion. You know, it's not ideal as you just said it, but nevertheless, I mean, we are gearing to go later on.
And look now at the 7 teams in Group A: Inter Miami, Plantation FC and Tobago Select. While in Group B, Ingenious Elite, Jamaica All Schools, Lauderhill Lions and Rush Select Academy.
On day 1 of the CASA Youth Soccer Classic, we were treated with a double-header. First up, local team Plantation FC versus Tobago Select. Tobago were determined to change their fortunes of last year, having not scored at all in 2023. With that in mind, they not only scored, but netted the first 2 goals of the tournament, both from set pieces and both from Nigel Burnett, rising highest to deliver well-taken headers. Tobago with a 2-0 lead at the break. In the second half, Plantation pulled one back after goalkeeper Warner failed to hold on to a free kick, but the Tobagonians would hold on to record their first win in Youth Classic history.
Last year, we had a big squad. So what we did, we cut down the squad, so it's going to be easier to really pick the team, pick the players to come out. So out of the starting 11, I think it's only like basically 3 guys that are new guys out on the team. Yeah, so we left the small ones, and we bring the more developed ones this time. The win feel great, but leaving last year, I really learned from my experience. So one of the things I did is keep the team together, and just include some of the younger guys. So we were kind of well prepared this time coming forward to play in the tournament. So I feel pretty okay.
In the second game of the doubleheader, hosts Lauderhill Lions came out 2-0 winners over Ingenious Elite, with both goals coming at the end of each half.
Beautiful. Oh, well done.
Well, Tobago getting their first goals and first points in CASA tournament history, while Lauderhill Lions won easily against Ingenious Elite. When we return, we'll get to see Inter Miami and the Jamaicans play.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
We're back with the CASA Youth Classic Highlights Show. Last year, the tournament returned after a break due to the COVID-19 pandemic, so all the players were first-timers. This year, though, there were a few returning players, so we sat with them and reflected.
Well, last year was a very good experience. Came into the team as one of the young players. I would say I matured more from last year based on what I've learned, seeing a different side of football, different culture, different world, different point of views. So last year was a very good experience.
It was a little bit tough. It was the first time for most of the players coming up. We had a hard time adjusting, but we get more accustomed to the circumstance now, so we're more prepared now.
First time traveling with our school's team, so was a great experience, to play amongst some other players from other schools and to meet new friends. So it was a great experience.
The football over here is much faster, and you have to adjust really quickly. And even the cold. Back home we just have the hot sun,
Quickness of play, I think that helped me a lot even in the Dakar Cup. You can see that I can play a lot quicker. I can see the game a lot more because this helps us to improve a lot, You're exposed to world football. You can see that you're not alone. There's a lot of players trying to make it pro as well, so you got to put 100% all the time.
This year's team is, we understand each other better. We understand the system, what the coaches want, so I won't say the quality is better.
I think, everyone was saying this team is not strong enough for what happened to other players, so that just gives us the drive to go forward and to do what we do.
This year we have some good players and we're trying to go out there and get the job done.
We won our first game. It's been good. We can't complain. We have another game tomorrow and we're looking to get the 3 points from that game.
Special moment for the players who are traveling the first time and they're playing. Seeing them capturing the moment and enjoying it and laughing. yeah, that was a very good moment for me.
Yeah, some of the guys, you know, they're excited about the shopping, so some guys will be wanting to shop after the football comes to the shopping, but the main goal is the football.
Winning the trophy. Last year we came short, losing on penalty shootouts. So bringing home the trophy this year will be a successful tournament for me.
Unlike last year, where visa issues hampered most of the Jamaica team, this year, most of the selected players were free to travel.
Day 2 of the CASA Youth Soccer Classic gave us a chance to see both the defending champions Inter Miami under-19s and the Jamaica Select team in action. The first game of the doubleheader saw Inter Miami clash with Plantation FC, who needed a win to at least give themselves a chance to play in the third-place game on Sunday after losing to Tobago on day 1. From the kickoff, Inter Miami took the lead through Reggae Boys under-20 player Kobe Thomas. From this point on, it was a Christian Ortiz show. He scored 2 goals in the first half and then another after the break to register the first hat-trick of the tournament. Inter Miami coming out as 4-0 winners.
Yeah, obviously it was a really good start. It's always great to score in the first minute of any game. That kind of set the momentum. But I thought we had a really productive first half. Obviously made a lot of changes in the second half, and pleased to start off the tournament in this fashion.
The fans were eagerly anticipating Game 2 of this doubleheader, which featured the Rush Select Academy and the Jamaica All Schools team. The game started fast with Rush pressing from the off. However, their tactics worked against them, the Jamaicans taking the lead through some pressing of their own and the skills of marksman Kahim Dixon. 1-0. Even with the lead, the Jamaicans were not allowed to settle at any point, and that paid off for their opponents after 16 minutes. 1-1.
And that causes a goal.
While the Jamaicans were struggling to figure out the speed of the artificial turf, Rush continued to press and were duly awarded with a second goal, 2-1, after 33 minutes.
That's not good. That's going to be a goal.
That became 3-1 just 4 minutes later, and the partisan Jamaican crowd shocked. Halftime, Jamaica All Schools 1, Rush Select 3.
What's the matter now? Eh? Somebody tell me, please. You can't manage the pace of the game.
During the break, the Jamaican team's coaching staff made 2 changes that paid off as early as the 41st minute, with Kahim Dixon scoring again. The Jamaicans made more changes and took charge of the second half. Late in the game, they thought they had fought back to earn a point, but the flag was up for offside. 3-2, the final score.
The surface have a lot to do with it, you know. First, with some of us playing on it, and the pace of the game also. You know, we have to get used to this type of surface and the quickness and the speed of which the players play on it, the opponent play on it. They pressed us a lot. We didn't comfortable playing from out at the back of the pitch. And I think we should have adjusted in going long and going into channel. We did that in the second half, and it bear fruit. We got some counter attack on them, and I think we should have even got a point out of this game tonight.
A close one there, Plantation becoming the first team to exit the tournament, meaning the Jamaicans have it all to play for if they are to keep their perfect record of making it to the final. It's break time, but when we return, it will be time to hear from some coaches and scouts as they help prepare the footballers for the next level.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
Welcome back. Each year, the CASA team puts on a coaching symposium to give the players much needed information on how to prepare for the collegiate and professional ranks.
I'm basically here to kind of just give you guys kind of the player's perspective of it, right?
When I watched, because I've been here most of the week and I've watched everyone here play, I said to myself, I believe there's a Matthew Bell in here. I believe there's a Tyrese Spicer in this group. First, I want to thank CASA for putting this event on. I think the event is fantastic and it's great to showcase young talent, especially from the Caribbean, and you guys get an opportunity to come over here and get seen by professional scouts and also by college coaches because it gives us an opportunity to see you guys, but I also want you guys to understand that of course, going directly to be a professional is fantastic, but there is this unique opportunity in the United States to play in college. And scouts from around the world, it is a stage for scouts around the world to see you.
Like the number of kids that want to play pro versus how many actually play pro and what that takes, right? To say everyone can do it, is it possible? Sure, right? Your dreams, anything's possible. But to know the work ethic that it's going to take to actually get there, now that's a different ball game. Does that make sense? And also when you want to get there, what actually it takes to stay there. Not just, okay, I got there, but now to stay there, right? So again, I played at USF, and then I also played for Jamaica women's national team.
Some of you have the opportunity to go straight into a pro pathway. Some of you kind of have to take this step to get to that step and then to that step, but obviously at the same time keeping every option open to help you get to where you want to go.
If you say playing pro is your dream, right, the littlest thing can mess that up for you. Do you understand that? Like, it's not just, okay, I play soccer and like, great, and then, right? We're not saying you can't do the things behind the scenes. I'm saying don't be stupid and post about it, right? Because coaches are watching, people are watching. And no one wants a kid on their team that's gonna bring down the reputation of the team.
In America, it's a really special situation where you can do the academics and you can still play at a really high level. So there are players coming from all over to be a part of this system. And not only do they get to put themselves in the shop window for professional coaches like Phil and other professional teams, but they also get to have the education on the side. And then when their football career is finished at whatever age it may be, they now have this degree that they can fall back on, and then they're set up for life.
Nice hearing from footballers that went the college route, spent time as a pro, and are now transitioning into coaching. Day 3 of the tournament, and we have another doubleheader.
A doubleheader set on a day that can be branded do or die for 2 teams in Jamaica All Schools and Ingenious Elite. But before that clash, Lauderhill Lions and the Rush Select Academy locked horns. Coach Tom Durkin made 10 changes from the team that defeated the Jamaicans, and it showed in the first half as the second team were unable to show the same quality from a day earlier. At the half, 10 changes were made, with only the goalkeeper remaining on the field. And even though Lauderhill Lions took the lead within 2 minutes of the restart, the difference in class was obvious. Rush Select replied with 5 unanswered goals. They topped off the win with the beautiful free kick. Lauderhill Lions 2, Rush Select Academy 6.
We decided we would rotate the team to give those guys a little extra rest, and we told the first group, hey, if you do well, you stay on. So we'll probably use the same strategy Saturday and hope for the best that we can make it through till Sunday.
Next up were the Jamaicans in a must-win game, and they were indeed fully focused in the locker room. The Jamaicans made 4 changes from the team that lost to Rush the night before. and from the start they looked like a team on a mission. They took the lead through guess who? Tahim Dixon, of course, and his manager from Clarendon College made the trip to see it firsthand. The Jamaica All-Schools team looked much more settled against a very Jamaican ingenious elite team as Omario Henry of Hydel made it 2-0 in the 23rd minute. The Jamaicans now coasting, but no more goals before the break. In the second half, it was much more of the same, and after 16 minutes, Dixon showed why he's one of the best players in the tournament with his second goal of the match, his fourth in 2 games. Both teams rang in the changes, and the Jamaicans continued to press for more goals, with Dixon seeking his hat-trick, but it was not to be. Final score, Jamaica All-Schools 3, Ingenious Elite 0.
It was do or die, and we had was to go out there today and do the job. I mean, kudos to the boys. They dug deep, after a rough game last night. Come back tonight, win 3-0, Credit again. Well, we are off tomorrow. Tomorrow now we do some recovery work, send them in the pool and stuff. And, the physio, she have our work cut out for her tomorrow and rest them. And we're ready to go on Saturday. Saturday, we're ready and rearing. Well, all we need to do is take care of business Saturday, and leave it up in the hands of, the Father. Saturday we go out there and just take care of our business, and whatsoever will be, will be.
Rush meaning business this year with 2 wins from 2. The Jamaica All-Schools also back in it. Stay with us. After the break, we go on the road with the Jamaicans. We'll see which one of the players is a big deal.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
After 2 days of football for the Jamaicans, time for R&R. And 4 members of the team decided to stop at KFC on their way to the mall. Let's see what they had to eat.
Hey, SportsMax, we finally get a break from the tournament that we have come over here to play in Florida. And it's a free day, and I forgot the mall, but what? We stop at KFC, you can see it. So I get something for them, so just forward. Dale, mono, man. 2 feet. Alright, bro. Two piece. So, what do you want again, bro? 2 spices in here. Thank you. Before we get the food, we'll fit the bottle up before we get them. Eat that.
My food up at the time when I miss.
I'm gonna go, bro. Watch out. Boss, this, watch out.
Why did I get no food? Watch out, you can't.
Stop the ball.
I'm
I'm warm first. You see, look, watch out. Brilliant. Joke, this. Joking.
Let's go that one and I come to school, my
team. The best side for Lincoln right now, watch out. Few years later.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, you don't like this, you know. Why you KFC? Don't know how a big deal.
Yeah. Makaya.
Now that everyone is full, let's get back to the football. Friday at the CASA Youth Classic, we took a trip to the DRV Pink Stadium, and this year the trip meant a lot more, as it is now the home of Lionel Messi. But the Tobago team would not be distracted, as they had business to take care of.
Everyone is we just want to perform better than we played last time. We're not really going to, to impress, we just want to perform better than we played them last time, because they whooped us very hard last time, but we're coming back for them this time. We just want to have a better performance against them.
Friday night at the CASA Youth Classic means a trip to the now world-famous DRV Pink Stadium to play Inter Miami. Last year it was the Rush Select, and this year it was the Tobago Select team who got the opportunity. With the match scheduled for 7 p.m. local time, the plan was for Tobago to get to the stadium way ahead of time to take in the sights of a world-class football facility. But that was not to be due to a mix-up in the location of the match. How unfortunate. When they finally found the DRV Pink Stadium, it was just enough time to get changed and warm up. The drama did not stop there though, as word came that the Tobago starting goalkeeper, Kareem Warner, arguably the best goalkeeper of the tournament, was running late after a flight to Boston the night before to sign scholarship papers, and he was on his way from the airport. With only one goalkeeper in the squad, they had to start with an outfield player, but the team remained focused. From the start, it was clear that Tobago came to sit behind the ball and they defended together and did it well as they tried to keep the score at 0-0 with all eyes on the bench looking towards. The team did brilliantly as standing goalkeeper Quentin Brooks even came up with a few saves of his own as Inter Miami piled on the pressure. After about 7 minutes, there was Kareem coming through the gate. Tobago activated their time-wasting plan on cue. Without even warming up, he quickly changed and got onto the field. And the Tobago team were now at full strength. With that, they held off Inter Miami, and surprisingly, the halftime score was 0-0. It was much more of the same in the second half, and the Tobagonians defended well and continued to frustrate Inter Miami, with Kareem Garner coming up with some brilliant saves. This game seemed destined for a draw, but late on, Inter Miami won a free kick just outside the 18-yard box. And when Jamaica under-20 international Kobe Thomas stepped up, this is what happened. Garner, no chance. 1-0 soon became 2. Another set piece, this time Milo Parquet converting well to take Inter Miami out of sight. Inter Miami 2, Tobago Select 0.
As planned, we did as planned. We executed as we wanted to. We wanted to really go out there and defend, and from defending, because as we see, defense win championships. But we had some calls that didn't go our way, but if the referee doesn't come, we can't. We reached further than we thought in the competition, so it have guys that didn't really play, so I really have to give the other players the opportunity to be seen now, but I think that the starting team has been seen a lot, so at least the bench could get the opportunity to play, so we have some fresh legs to play in the game on Sunday.
I thought they defended very well. I mean, little bit of man-to-man in certain parts of the pitch, which was awkward to play against and created some different challenges for us. But yeah, I mean, some quality players there for sure. But yeah, pleased with our group that we were able to find a way through, you know, scored off 2 set pieces, so it's not ideal, but sometimes that's football and you got to find a way. So we managed to do that. Yeah, great finish from Kobe. Obviously, he's a top player, top talent who's already, you know, played some professional games with the second team, and I think he showed some good flashes tonight. So yeah, big time goal, and that kind of set us on our way. So happy with that.
What a story. Tobago left with their heads high, but undone by 2 set pieces. After that stunning free kick by Kobe Thomas, we sat down with the Jamaican under-20 representative to discuss why he chose to play for the land of wood and water.
I definitely want to represent Jamaica because I'm close with Jamaica. Obviously my dad is Jamaican, and that's kind of in my heart more than US, even though I've lived here for longer. I want to play for Jamaica. I want to help Jamaica be represented. Big one thing. Jamaica, oh, it feels amazing because this little country, I want to put them on the map and I want to carry them as far as I can with my abilities. So it feels amazing when I get to represent them in a beautiful country, so it's amazing. It's an honor because obviously we have the best players in the world here. So to be able to put on the badge and play with them and train with them and learn from them, it's honestly, it brings my levels and my abilities to be able to watch them. So it's really an honor to play with this club. It's a different experience. It's like watching him on TV and then watching him right here in front of you is like you learn so much. So that's just such a blessing that me and my teammates get to be able to play with him. Just the way he's patient, the way he's actually, you see him in these highlights and stuff and he's doing so much, but what he actually does is simple, and then he just gets you and dribbles 3 players and scores. I definitely want to go somewhere in Europe. I like Spain, I like Netherlands, I like France, the creative kind of leagues. Obviously English league too, but I'm a creative player, so I feel like I could fit in with those creative leagues and smart tactical leagues.
Kobe is certainly one to watch. A bright future awaits him for sure. Another player that has a bright future is Tobago goalkeeper Kareem Warner, who was forced to leave the hotel in a story that is worth telling.
Well, you have an opportunity that the Nazarene school in Boston wanted it.
A day before the game, I get a call saying I get accepted and I need to be here the following day at 5 p.m.
What you telling them that he will be there on Monday? And they said that cannot work.
So I was like, how am I going to do this because we're playing in the game the other day. So we came up with a solution that I will fly out the same night.
At about 11 o'clock.
I landed in Boston like 3 a.m. in the morning and get up and went to school like 7.
And to get back here for the game the following evening.
After I finished signing up for my classes and stuff, I jumped on a plane as soon as possible and the plane landed about 6 o'clock and it was an hour away, so I had to get an Uber and came straight to the field for the game. I was a bit stressed by the airport because I was watching it and I was like, I'm going to be about 10 minutes late or so, so I was a bit stressed on the way and getting closer and getting closer. They've been telling me that the game is about to start, so
when I reach, I run straight on, from the junction, run straight to the field, and I change and I get straight into the game. It's an academic scholarship, but I'm more looking forward to getting an athletic scholarship as well. So I want to move forward and branch over into another college sooner in the upcoming year. So I don't want to just stay there off of the athletic. I want to get more like the football scholarship as well.
I've never missed a game that he played. Even traveling, even he going to Trinidad, anywhere he goes, I goes.
Well, she always supported me and stuff, you know. She come around, she watches my game, she cheer me up, you know. She tells me what I could have done and what I done good, and you know, she compliments me and stuff. So it's always a good thing to have around.
We sit down and talk every day about football, and knowing that I was a footballer, so we have this conversation about football, schoolwork, anything that he does. Parents have to stand out with their children. It's a very, very important. From being around some of these, even some of the players don't even know nothing about college or know what they want. So parents have to back their children.
All I have to say is just put in the work, put in the work, put in the work. Once you put in the work, the success wouldn't come right away, because I've been training for a very long time to come where I am today. So all I just have to say is just put in the work, and it'll pay off in the long run.
Yeah, we're up on another break, another time to grab some KFC. When we return though, we will find out which team will meet Inter Miami in the final.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
Welcome back. It's the final day of matches in Group B, and the Jamaicans were hoping that Ingenious Elite could come up with a performance fitting of their name as they took on Rush.
Day 5 of the CASA Youth Classic, the final day of group play, the decider to see which team faces Inter Miami in the final. Rush Select Academy knows that avoiding defeat to Ingenious Elite will confirm their place in the big final. This time, Coach Durkin was so happy that he made no changes, and the 2-0 quickly became 3 after the restart, and then 4. Final score, Ingenious Elite 0, Rush Select 6.
I think it's going to be an interesting final. I think the size of the field kind of suits us a little bit. I know it's going to be a very difficult game, but I think our guys they're getting a little more mature. They're getting a little tougher. That's what the Jamaica game showed me.
This year at the CASA Youth Soccer Classic, the temperatures were not very favorable to those coming from the Caribbean.
Nice. Breeze. Good.
And so, between matches, we took the opportunity for some warmth. That's where the Soup Man became one of the most popular spots at the venue.
You don't know here for the people them. You know, the time cold, we have to give them something warm. Well, my name is Dalton Gitchie. I don't know, he is from Mobi. We create the peanut porridge in a Mobi, we run peanut porridge and vegetable soup. I don't know, we can expand the thing to another level. I've been doing it for 5 years.
you don't know, we put out our best, we try to make sure we think tastes good, you know what I mean? Put out extra effort to make sure it's, you know what I mean, and freshly cooked that same way. Well, I do peanut porridge, which, you know, we major in this 20 odd years, and vegetable soup, that is the peanut sip from out of Mobile. And we have a chicken foot and cow skin same way. What my mother teach me for do. You see me? Alright. I do red peas and beef. I do different type of stuff, like I major in soups and porridges. I do American porridges too. Really and truly, my favorite is the veggie. You know what I mean? But the people them love them chicken foot and them cow skin. You know what I mean? I serve like the mechanics and like the warehouses and so, you know what I mean? And like my phone, I work out with my phone too right now. So when I make the big enterprise, it's like the big storefront. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's normally 5 and 10 man, but now I raise now 7 and 12. From 2018 from the start at $5, so if you raise now 5 years later, it's not supposed to be a problem. A lot of stuff raised along the way, but me take all of that, they blow it. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Just take the time and the people feel like we don't really pressure them either, you know what I mean? I'm a footballer, I play football all my life, but when I come to America, I'm not stuck around the kitchen, man. Can't go kick 2 balls. Every day I play ball with me a grade. Every day. So we are ball the same way, man. We don't know that already.
Pick your choice of soup. The team enjoy the vegetable variety. Now that we're a little warmer, it's time for the second game of the doubleheader.
With only the third place playoff up for grabs, Lauderhill Lions and Jamaica All Schools knew exactly what was at stake. A clash with Tobago. Lauderhill Lions needed a win to advance, while Jamaica just needed to avoid defeat. On the coldest night of the tournament, with temperatures as low as 12 degrees Celsius, the Jamaicans took charge of the game from the first whistle and looked most likely to score. Kaheem Dixon again looked very dangerous, but he uncharacteristically missed 2 early chances. In the 27th minute, Atibo Green earned a penalty for the Jamaicans after he was fouled from a rash challenge. Stepping up to take it was Mr. Reliable, the captain, Malachi Douglas, who had just replaced Jason White. Malachi's penalty saved by goalkeeper Fulbert Dumond. Even with the constant pressure from the Jamaicans, the scores were unchanged at the half. With just 3 minutes on the clock in the second half, the Lions again made another rash challenge, this time on Dixon. Penalty to the Jamaicans. The Clarendon man picked up himself along with the ball and converted for his 5th goal of the tournament. 10 minutes later, the Jamaicans doubled their lead through substitute Brian Burkett with his first goal of the tournament. And at that point, there was no coming back for the Lions. The chances kept coming for the Jamaicans, and they made it 3 after 69 minutes through Heidel's Omario Henry. Final score, Jamaica All Schools 3, Lauderhill Lions 0.
Boys, you know, went out there and did what they were supposed to do. You know, they're enjoying the surface now. You know, we have numerous amount of change, and we're finally coming our own, you know. The head coach and myself had made some adjustments, and you know, it was smooth sailing from there.
Another 3-0 win for the Jamaicans. Still, it was not enough to take them through, but a clash with hotel neighbours Tobago Select was ahead. But before we get to that contest, there was another score to settle between the boys from Tobago and the Jamaicans. One win to Tobago and one to Jamaica, but the one on the pitch will need an outright winner to see which country finished third. Let's see how that one went.
For the first time in the history of the CASA Youth Classic, the Jamaicans will not play in the final game. They would instead meet Tobago in the third place playoff, a match that was brewing from last season. Interestingly, the Jamaicans and the Tobagonians spent the week in the same hotel, so this one was always going to be tense. Included in the starting 11 for Jamaica were 3 players from Mona High who arrived on Saturday. After the greetings, it was down to business. As early as the 11th minute, Jamaica took the lead with a beautiful strike from one of the Mona players, Romarian Thomas. The Tobago players were a step slow and the Jamaicans were enjoying themselves. With less than 20 minutes on the clock, Adrian Reed headed past Kareem Warner from a set piece. At this point, it was looking like a rout. In the 29th minute, Kaheem Dixon scored his 6th goal of the tournament, scoring in all 4 games. Jamaica 3-0 at halftime. The second half looked more like a training session as the coaches rang in the changes. With no further goals, Jamaica won the 3rd place medals.
I can't really explain what happened, but I guess it's basically a stepping stone again. We're in the 3rd place, so I guess some of the guys are overwhelmed again. So hopefully next year when we come again, you see a better performance.
The kids gain momentum. They are kind of upset that they are not in the final. So it's like today is more of a statement that, it's a pity that we are not in the final. But nevertheless, they went out there and they enjoyed themselves and entertained the crowd also.
Too easy for the Jamaicans in that one, but Tobago have a lot to be proud of, having gotten that far. Just before the grand final now, we sat down with the Vice Mayor of Lauderhill to find out a little more about the city's involvement in the Youth Classic.
I can say a lot of it's goodwill, just coming out and representing the city and putting a good face on all the things that we do positive. The more important part is we get to set rules and put things in place to help the citizens of the city live a better quality of life, making sure we have parks like this to hold these type of events, making sure it's available, making sure it's well maintained. The CASA committee does most of the heavy lifting. Our Park and Recreations Department is a big part of making sure, again, the facilities are up to par, the transportation is in place. The city does its part in, assisting where we can financially and just by coming out and support. It's hard work, but again, behind the scenes, most of that is seamless to the people that come in the stands and that come to visit. But I give my shout out to the CASA Commission and the foundation on what they do to put this together. The level of talent here it speaks for itself. The fact you have coaches here from around the country, some from outside of the country, that come to try to help build their teams off of what CASA has put together. The Lauderhill Lions is a big sports program, a soccer program run by Coach Keith, where he's always turning out wonderful kids to the next level. So Lauderhill is known for its soccer, and I think that's one of the big draws in talking with the board this year. They had more teams they had to turn away than it's ever been before because CASA's catching on. Everybody wants to come and play in this tournament, not only for the cash prize, but for the opportunity to showcase their talents. And working with the CASA Commission, telling me what their needs are, what some of the areas of where they feel there might be some holes we need to fill. We do it every year, not just as the mayor, but as a commission as a whole. I've vowed my support to them for the past 2 or 3 years. Mr. Clarence, the president, will tell you, when they call, I answer. We know soccer is a huge sport internationally, and it's just about getting the right people to the table to make sure we have participation and support where needed. And that's what I'm committed to making sure happens as far as CASA goes, because it is a staple in this community. And we're a growing community, and we have a lot of big things in plan for the next few years.
With the stage now set by the city, we move on to the big one. It's Inter Miami versus Rush Select Academy.
At the end of the 3rd place match, many of the fans left with the absence of the local favourites. This, however, did not affect the quality of the football, as both Rush Select and Inter Miami showed a small crowd why they were deserving finalists. It was a tactical battle from the first whistle. The match was back and forth, with Rush having a little edge, but it was Inter Miami who took the lead through Jamaican under-20 international Kobe Thomas after converting a deflected shot by Felipe Valencia. Rush Select were back in it after earning a penalty in the 26th minute when Michael Asari was fouled. The penalty expertly converted by standout player Mo Sharif Dean, 1-1 at halftime. In the second half, both teams continued to push for the win, and with 11 minutes to go, Rush took the lead after Fakir Raza converted a low cross from Michael Asari. Rush looked set to win the title, but never count Inter out, as late on they made a move down the right side through Gabriel Leal, and then his low cross was converted by Sebastian Otero. 2-2, the score at full time. So, for the second year in a row, the winner of the Youth Classic will be decided by penalties. In the penalty shootout, the goalkeepers were on top of their game, and in sudden death, goalkeeper Jordan Leightonbauer came up with a decisive save to give Rush Select Academy their first CASA Youth Classic title, 5-4 on penalties.
First, I think it gives these boys a good degree of confidence, going into the next games, and it gives the younger kids something to look up and aspire to, because these guys set the example for our club. And hopefully, we got some interest from college coaches from being here, and it's really the only time they play in front of any kind of crowd, other than their peers. So that's I think really compelling for them, to have this environment.
Congrats to Rush on winning their first title. This tournament is no joke. That's where we leave you for 2024. Looking forward to seeing the new young stars in 2025.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's Big Deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.